Hey guys, this is Will of TyBL and welcome back to my channel. It's a shame on me that I did not talk much about this BL series over the last weeks. I thought that it will be just another engineering themed BL series, but I was wrong. Well, you can already saw it on the title. I'm talking about the recent concluded My Engineer the series. In this video, I'm going to talk about this series and will share to you my opinions about it. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. I already said this on my last video, but I will repeat it again. This is really an underrated BL series. This series was overshadowed by the likes of Together and Why Are You the series. We can't help this because those two BL series have a huge fanbase not only in Thailand but also internationally. When I watched the first episode of this series, it got my interest to watch further. It has something that I couldn't explain. Probably because the theme of the series was light and friendly to me. This series not only gave us a light story but also addressed some misconceptions of the gay roles in a relationship. I still remember when an entire episode revolved around the concept of the active and passive in a relationship. For those who do not know about the active and passive, it's the same as top and bottom. The plot did well on explaining that into their audiences. It's not how you look and how you act that will determine your role in your relationship. It's not because you are the buff guy, you will already be the active one. It does not work like that. It's not all about top and bottom anyway. A gay relationship is more than just about top and bottom. The gays are more than just a mere fetish of fujoshi. The gays are human who also have authentic feelings. Anyway, the chemistry might not be extremely on top, but what matters is you can feel the emotions between the couples. Although it's clear that Bone and Doowan, Ram and King, Mek and Boss, are growing as BL couples, the situation of Tara and Phong is becoming more of a bromance or a one-sided love. It's not the label that will make the two of you sweet but your actions. This series is a must-watch for all BL fans. I highly recommend this. One thing that I don't like that much in a BL series is when they stack too much characters or couples. It's because most stories are only focused on telling the story of the main couples while forgetting the development of the others. I'll choose a BL series that only has one couple rather than 3 or more gay couples with less or almost non-existent development. But My Engineer did it really well. Of course, it will start at the main couple and eventually show us the other couples. The earlier episodes focused more on the main couple of the series, Bone and Doowan. At first, Phong was part of a love triangle between the main couple, but later on, he met Dr. Tara. Also, the growing relationship of Bone and Doowan made their friends interact more with one another. The constant interaction of the main couple made the second couple of the series, Ram and King, while the third couple, which is Mek and Boss, belonged to the same circle of friends of Bone. I liked how they were correlated with one another. Although the story between Phong and Tara started later than the other couples, it did well in the storyline. You can see every episode that the 4 couples are getting enough screen time for their development. It progresses every time we see them on screen. That really helps this series to stand out among other BL series. I hope that the script writers would also give emphasis with the supporting roles, since those roles are as important as the main roles. The real reason why I love BL series with a light story is because it has no unnecessary drama. It does not have some evil bitch who would just suddenly appear and will ruin the plot of the story. My Engineer the series is all that. It is light and it has no drama, including an evil woman trying to ruin the relationship of the gays. Although there was a character named Mai in the series, he did not get a lot of screen time, so I'm not as bothered as in other BL series. Also, I liked how Phong was portrayed in this series. That's how you portray women in a BL series. They are not evil. They can be supportive just like any other people in the world. That's why I don't understand why they always trying to ruin a woman character in a BL series. We could see that the series is there just to entertain us and not to give us some headache after watching it. Although it has a light story, the characters still had their depth and had different characteristics among the others, so you won't get confused with the too much characters. Another thing that I really loved in this series is the highlights of friendship of the characters. At first they started to consist of two groups, but eventually they became as one. Every character in the series played well for the development of the whole story. The couple's relationship were not the only thing that got to development, but also their friendship, and I really liked it. These kinds of BL series really hit me hard since it made me miss the moments when I was still in the university. The thing that I would wish could be the acceptance of all the persons in this kind of relationship. The society is still not yet fully accept us with an open arms. They just accept us with reservations. Anyway, this series brought me back to my feelings of Sotus the series. Well, it has the same director, so that's why there were similarities between the two. Nevertheless, this series made me feel that I also belonged to the group and made new friends as the episodes progressed. This is just my own opinion, but this series is my most favorite so far in 2020. It has a good plot. The production is great. Some of the acting of the actors were awkward, but it's okay for me. They can still do a lot of workshops after this and improve more. All the 4 gay couples are good for me. Since they already announced that there is a season 2. I'm looking forward how Ram and King will develop, and also Fong and Tara since they got a brother zone in this season. I'm just a bit nervous on how the season 2 will show to us the relationship of Mek and Boss, since the actor who played Mek had his contract terminated since last year. I don't know whether they will change the actor of Mek or just dump the Mek and Boss altogether. One thing that bothered me towards the ending is the exclusion of Doohan's parents. The whole campus had an idea of Bone and Doohan's relationship, and at the end, they also announced on their Facebook accounts that they already in a relationship. But we did not see the reaction of Doohan's parents regarding that, since they were expecting that Doohan would have a girlfriend. Probably, they would talk about that in season 2. Lastly, the ending of the series is my favorite that happened in a BL series. It had a good conclusion of the show, a good ending for season 1 and a good opening for season 2. If you haven't watched yet this series, then you should now. It's the best Thai BL series yet of 2020 in my opinion. I hope that you appreciate more this BL series because they deserve more. That's it for today, and see you next time.